So the lower portage camp where they started, this is the upper portage camp at the top, above the falls. Lewis called this White Bear Islands. It's a series of small islands, and this is where he set up camp for the duration of, well, it ended up being a month. It only took 2 weeks for them to get up, to bring all their stuff up here. But Lewis was up here the whole time, not doing any of that work. He was up here working on an iron framed boat. He had brought this iron frame with him all the way here, from Washington, D.C. actually, and was hoping to put it together here, and it's going to be a total failure. But 2 weeks in, oh man, getting bit up, terrible. By 2 weeks, Clark had got all the stuff up here. These men worked really long hours. It's 18 miles, and they would do it at the trip in 1 day, where they were dragging this stuff up here through valleys and canyons. They could do it all in 1 day, except the last trip took a long time, and some of them almost died. There was hail that was as big as apples, is what Clark said, and it just pounded them and bruised them, and Clark said nearly killed some of the men, and they had to run for cover. There was also there was so much rain, a big thunderstorm, and they hid in this ravine, and there was a flash flood in the ravine that almost took down Charbonneau and Sacagawea and Little Pomp and William Clark, who were together. And so it was very hazardous. On the days when it wasn't raining, it was just boiling sun like it is right now. It's 100 degrees right now here. And the mosquitoes just drove them crazy. They were in swarms everywhere. But they finally got ready, and then you had to wait for Lewis to build this boat. He had dried elk skins that he stitched together, but he couldn't find anything to shore up the seams so that it wouldn't leak, and it would completely failed. They spent the 4th of July here. It's the last 4th of July that they'll spend on the expedition, and they were they drank the last of the whiskey. It was almost all gone by that point. So the captains divided it all up between the men. Dreer brought out his fiddle. They danced, but about 9 o'clock the rain started coming down, and that was that. And on July 14th, then 10 days after 4th of July, on July 14th, remember Lewis arrived on June 13th. So on July 14th, they finally pulled out and started heading upriver. If you climb some of these peaks around here and you look off in that direction, you can see the Rocky Mountains. Lewis and Clark both got up on high bluffs, and they could see the Rockies way in the distance. And now it's mid-July, and they haven't even gotten near to the Rockies yet. And they've got to, of course, get through the Rockies before the winter. And they have to buy horses, they have to meet the Shoshone, and they still have not seen a single Indian ever since leaving the Man Den, which is like 3 states ago here now. So trouble's ahead if they didn't hurry along. All right, that's good.